వ్యూవర్స్, ఈ వీడియోలు మిస్ కాకుండా ఉండాలి అంటే మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ బటన్ని ప్రెస్ చేయండి, పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని యాక్టివేట్ చేసుకోండి. హాయ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, వెల్కమ్ టు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్ సెకండ్ ఇయర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం. డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, we are discussing the third unit. So in the third unit, national income, poverty and unemployment, and today in this class we are going to analyze what are the measuring methods or precautions to be reduce the poverty and unemployment in India are the discussing topic in this video. Let me analyze it one by one. Already so many concepts were discussed by the previous classes of this third unit. So these are the elimination methods of poverty and unemployment. So you know, we are suffer with the poverty and unemployment. So according to new textbook, so two measurements are same. So in this previous textbook, so measurements of means elevations of poverty and unemployment are different, but according to new textbook, eliminations of poverty measures and unemployment also same. So that's why I am going to analyze the both measurements are the same. Here poverty, unemployment. So in the poverty, so already so many concepts were completed, and unemployment is also we completed. So in the poverty, it is one of the chronic disease, and unemployment is also one of the problem which is faced by the government of India. So what are the measures to reduce the poverty in India and also unemployment in India? Means the most of the people are suffer with the unemployment position. What is the unemployment? Means the people who are able to work at prevailing wage rate, they are not get the job opportunities are called unemployment. So most of the people are waiting for the job opportunities. The government is failed to provision of job opportunities, and they have no money to establishment of small scale industries. If they want to establishment of any handicraft and small scale industries, there is no marketing facilities due to the people who are established industries. The industries are going to industrial sickness. The government is not supported to the small scale industries, and the investors are capitalists or entrepreneurs who are ready to establishment of any industries. They are not interested to establishment in rural areas. Why? Because so there is a lack of infrastructure facilities. Due to they are not interested to establishment of their industries in rural areas. But how can they get the income? How can they set the income facilities in rural areas? So that's why due to the lack of the unemployment, most of the people are fell into the poverty. So the unemployment and poverty is the two eyes are the problems which are faced by the government of India. So but what are the measures to be taken to reduce and poverty and unemployment? That is analyzed one by one here. See here, remedial measures of poverty and unemployment. One is source and income development programs. Yes, the government should provide more and more remedial measures to reduce the poverty in India and unemployment in India. So a number of programs have been is in operation in the country since 1970, and some are introduced recently. The aim at improving the economic conditions of the rural poor and to increases their income. Special programs of these categories such as small farmers and development agency and SFDA, small farmers development agency, marginal farmers and agricultural labor agency, and integrated rural development program IRDP, and were introduced to the development of resource and income of the rural people. Yes, so many income and development programs are there. So integrated rural development program was introduced by the government of India, and RLEGP, rural landless guarantee employment program, and Dwakra, and so many income resources. Why the most of the people are unemployment in India, unemployment in rural areas? So they are waiting for the job opportunities. Due to the they are not getting the job opportunities due to the they fell into the poverty. So the government is providing more and more income and income resources, employment opportunities. But even though the population increases, that's why they have no get the job opportunities. Once again, SFDA is one of the scheme was introduced by the small and marginal farmers, the people who are below in rural areas. Small Farmers Development Agency was introduced by the various governments, and MFAL Marginal Farmers Labor Agency is also introduced by the government of India, and Integrated Rural Development Program IRDP, RLEGP, NREP. So these are the programs which was conducted by the various government to provide more and more employment opportunities in the rural areas. And IRDP also introduced by the government of India. What the government aim is to provide more and more benefits, more and more employment opportunities, to provide more and more work progress in rural areas. Why? Because they are waiting for the job opportunities. They are in the poor. Why? Because they have no income. Why? Because they have no job opportunities. Due to resource and income development programs to be more and more should be provided by the government of India, and not only these schemes, and to provide more and more encouragements, to provide more and more incentives, and more to educate to the people how to get the more income by creating the various participating in the economic activities, isn't it? So these are the measuring remedial measures to reduce the poverty and unemployment in India. So this is the first one. Second one, special area development program. Yes, in this category, hill areas there, desert areas there, and sand areas there. So in this area, people they have no income. There is no food crops because desert area. So in the desert area, the productivity is very low, and the hill area there is no agricultural development, and the forest area there is no agricultural development. But how can they existence their life? How can they get the more income? How can they get the minimum wage creates to provide more and more employment opportunities, to provide more and more income facilities to the people who are the special area development program? What are the special area development program? Means DPAP, drought prone area program, and desert development program. The people who are living in the desert areas, and the people who are living in the hill areas, desert areas, and forest areas. So the government should provide more and more opportunities to these particular special area people, isn't it? So DPAP, DDP, and forest and sand. So the people who are living in these areas, the government should provide more and more provide benefits, more and more remedial measures to reduce the poverty. Why? Because they are the far of the society. They have no opportunities. Why? Because they are in the hill areas, they are in the desert areas. So many tandas are there, so many scheduled caste tribes are there in far the society. So they are not maintaining the minimum basic needs, isn't it? They are below the poverty line. They are not maintaining minimum basic needs. So the government should concentrate on special areas, is it? So which are the special areas? Desert area people, hill area people, forest area people. So the people should bring into the society, and to provide more and more employment opportunities, to provide more and more benefits to get the more employment opportunities and get their minimum basic needs. Okay, so this is also one of the remedial measures to reduce the poverty and unemployment in India. This is the second one. And the third one, programs of creation supplementary employment opportunities. Yes, already I said the third category includes the employment guarantee, national rural employment guarantee program, such as national rural. Oh, so many programs are there. RLEGP, IRDP, NREP, and TRISM, and employment means rural landless employment guarantee program, and food work for program, and which are creating the supplementary employment to the poor, and NREP. So many what is a large chart is there. The government provided more and more employment opportunities to the poor people. But even though by the increasing the population, the most of the benefits are not included the poor people. That's why the poor people will be always they are not getting the minimum basic needs. Why? Because they have no job opportunities. But nowadays the government has introduced the 100 days work. What is the 100 days work to fulfill their confidence? The government will provide more employment opportunities. వాళ్ళకి ఒక ధైర్యం ఉంటుంది. సో నాకు గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్ ఇస్తుంది, నాకు ఏదో పని ఇస్తుంది, ఆ పనితో నేను బతకగలుగుతాను. సో నాట్ ఓన్లీ 1 or 2 days, 100 days means more than 3 months. Isn't it? 3 3 is 90 plus 10 means 3 months continuously. The government providing the 100 days work in rural areas. Why? What is the purpose to establishment of this program? Means to provide employment opportunities. By providing the employment opportunities, the people can get some income to satisfy their wants, to satisfy minimum basic needs. By providing this income, the people who are the below poverty line, so they can maintaining the better quality of life. Not better, they are maintaining minimum basic need at least. Isn't it? Not to maintaining the better quality of life. At least they want to maintaining the minimum basic needs. Food, cloth and shelter, minimum basic needs, necessaries. So many schemes are, so many self-employment programs, so many incentives, so many helping natures, and so many employment opportunities are provided by the government of India, even though the most of the people are, they are waiting for the job opportunities, fell into the unemployment and goes to the poverty. Okay, so programs for creating supplementary employment opportunities, main cause, main solution to provide more and more employment opportunities. But how can we provide more and more employment opportunities? To expand in the industrial sector, to expand in the agriculture sector, to expand in the industrial sector. So when we provide more and more expansion of these sectors, automatically it's possible to provide the more and more employment opportunities. But due to the lack of the capital, we are not expanding number of industries. When we provide a large scale industries, easily we can provide the lakhs peoples of the employment opportunities. But there is no large scale industry because lack of capital. So these are the causes to arise the unemployment of poverty in India. So the government should take the more steps and more measurements and more remedial measures to reduce the poverty and unemployment in India. So this is also one of the cause. Then minimum needs program. Yes, exactly. Most of the peoples are not maintaining the minimum basic needs. Food, cloth and shelter. Not better quality of life. The peoples are getting the poor quality of life. Not maintaining the minimum basic needs. So the fourth category include the minimum needs program, 20 points program which aim to improve the consumption levels of the poorer section in order to raise their productive efficiency. Yes, this includes the elementary education. Yes, the most of the peoples are, they are not getting the food facilities, nutrition food, not only nutrition food, not getting the minimum quality of food. They are not getting the good health facilities and not maintaining the good education facilities. And if the peoples are incurring the ill, they are not income to go to consult the doctor. But because when they go to the hospital, they need to money, but they have no money. How can they treatment their diseases? It is too difficult to justify. So here, what I want to say here, the government should provide more and more minimum needs programs. The people who are required in the rural areas, and the urban poverty is also there, urban unemployment is also there. So the people who are required, what they require, the government should provide. Then when the government provide more and more opportunities, more and more incentives, more and more job opportunities, more and more benefits to the public, needy requires, then they can fulfill after they can maintain in the better quality of life. Okay, so most of the people are below the poverty line. They are not maintaining minimum basic needs. The government aim is to bring the people who are below the poverty line, bring about the above the poverty line. Okay, so to provide food, cloth and shelter, the people who are not maintaining the minimum basic need, food facilities, the government should provide the food facilities through the public distribution center, ration shop. Through the ration shop, the government is provide the 6 kgs of rice to poor people. Okay, and housing facilities, house for all. The government will construct the house to people who are below the poverty line, isn't it? And more credit facilities to be provided, and loan facilities to be needed. the government is providing. So more and more benefits are providing the poor facilities, and even though these facilities are not enough to provide more and more benefits, even though the government should provide more and more steps, the government should take the measurement, more and more steps to reduce the poverty and reduce the unemployment in India. Okay, so these are the remedial measures of the poverty and unemployment remedial measures. So students, so this is a way of the presentation of remedial measures of poverty and unemployment in India. So dear students, if you are interested in this video, please like and share, and if you are a new viewer, please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.